Alright, so here is my new bike, an FXFB 114 from the House of Harley Davidson, straight from Milwaukee. Let's check it out. Alright, what's going on YouTube? BK Low is back in the building. And yeah, we are out here currently in Milwaukee, and as you can see, I am about to ride this 114 FXFB thanks to the House of Harley Davidson here in Milwaukee. Shout out to those guys. And yeah, this is day 3 on our 2019 Sturgis trip, and you know, we got some Starbucks, as you can see. The road captain and the Scorpion helped me get my camera back set up on the Shoei RF 1200, so I think we're good for another 1,000 miles or so before we replace it again. And yeah, we're gonna go hit up the Harley Davidson Museum. Second time in 2 years. Not sure how much has changed, but I guess it's worth seeing. Scorpion, how you feeling?
Everything's good. Bikes are trashed, you know, like normal.
So stay tuned. We'll start this thing up, ride on over to the museum if you didn't catch my video that I did in 2017 on that. And yeah, man, just gonna hang out in Milwaukee and then slam some miles today and enjoy this 114 Milwaukee 8. All right, let's check it out. That startup on the stock 114, gotta love it. Woo! So yeah, if you're wondering why I'm on this bike, it is because my bike, after doing 1,000 miles towards Sturgis, the brake lever broke. It meant that the brake lever was no longer locking all the way out. So basically my brake light was always on. So I brought it over to House of Harley Davidson this morning, and the tech over there by the name of J-Rock took a look at it, came back real quick with a little scrap of metal, and he's like, yeah bro, your lever's done. So I got kind of worried because they didn't have the FXDL lever in stock, which was like, you know, a one-of-a-kind lever for that year or whatever. But then they were able to pull it out of a different kit and hook me up, and yeah. So not only that, not only was the service really good, and it's probably done already, but the owner, who happens to have a really sick collection of Simpson helmets, was like, you know what, dude? Here, take this FXFB. You know, don't ride to the museum on the back of your uncle or your dad's bike. Go ride there in style on a brand new 114 FXFB. And obviously, I'm not going to argue with that. I did test ride this bike in gray back in 2017 when they came out from Nassau County Harley Davidson. So I have ridden it before, and it is nice to ride it again. I do actually really like this bike. I gotta say, it handles very well. Suspension is very nice for being stock. Obviously it's a 114, so the thing just gets up and goes. If I didn't have my Dyna, this would probably be what I would be rocking. It's a really great bike. It handles really amazing out of the box. You know, the thing gets up and goes. And yeah, I mean, the only thing that I don't like about it is you know, I just don't like that it comes with forward controls. You know, if I had my way, you know, I would put mid controls on this, you know. And obviously, it's not like it's not so forward that I feel like uncomfortable and that I'm like overstretched, but you know, like I said, I just prefer mid controls. You know, that's like where I feel like I have the most control over the bike. But yeah, man, out the box, this is a really great bike. Dual disc front brakes. You know, the braking is really nice. The clutch is great on this thing. And yeah, it just gets up and goes. So yeah, anyone who bought this bike, you know, I think you made the right choice. I really hope they continue to make this bike for years to come. And again, just like major shout out to House of Harley Davidson. Shout out to Jim on the floor over there. Shout out to the GM over there for hooking me up with this bike. Shout out to Brian in service, and shout out to J-Rock for fixing my brakes on the lowrider. Ah yes, Milwaukee. And it's funny, I kind of thought with like the fatter tires, like that you would lose a little bit of control and not be able to lean it. But you know, I feel like I could lean this thing pretty well. Now, I don't know if I can lean it as far as my Dyna setup with Legend suspension, but I definitely feel like I could get into some curves with this bike. As it's shown here. Oh man! Woohoo! Is this thing fun, man?